My name is Jane, and I'm a 23-year-old English teacher from America. I've always been passionate about teaching, but sometimes life throws you unexpected surprises that change everything. This is my story, a story of temptation, choices, and an experience I never imagined would unfold the way it did. It started innocently enough. One of my students caught my eye. He wasn't just any student. He was the kind of man who made you forget to breathe for a second. Tall, with sharp blue eyes that seemed to pierce right through me, and a physique that looked like it belonged on the cover of a fitness magazine. I couldn't help but notice him, and soon I found myself doing something I had never done before. I started teaching to impress him, but there was a problem. I was in a relationship, a committed one, with someone who genuinely loved me. My boyfriend was kind, caring, and everything a woman could ask for, and yet I couldn't shake the growing attraction I felt for my student. The more I tried to ignore it, the stronger it became. Eventually, I couldn't lie to myself anymore. My heart was torn, and I had to make a choice. After many sleepless nights and endless inner battles, I broke up with my boyfriend. It wasn't easy, but I told myself I needed to follow my heart, even if it meant stepping into the unknown. Now I had a new challenge, getting this man's attention. He was one of my best students and seemed to enjoy the teaching method I had developed, learning English through stories. But I needed a way to get closer to him, something that would create an opportunity for us to connect outside the classroom. One day, I saw my chance. During class, I teased him in front of everyone. "Your English is terrible," I said with a playful smile. "You're going to need private lessons if you ever want to improve." He laughed nervously, his cheeks slightly flushed, and I knew I had him. After class, I approached him and suggested a private lesson at his place. At first, he hesitated, but I made it sound professional. "It's just to help you with the basics," I said, keeping my tone casual. Finally, he agreed, and we set the lesson for Thursday. As the day approached, I could feel my excitement building. I picked out my best outfit, something that was professional yet subtly alluring. My heart raced as I knocked on his door that evening. When he opened it, the warmth of his smile immediately set me at ease. Inside, the atmosphere was intimate and inviting. I spread out my lesson materials on the table, trying to maintain my composure. But when he walked into the room, something shifted. His gaze was intense, and there was a confidence about him that took me by surprise. "You think I don't know why you're here?" he said suddenly, his voice calm but full of meaning. My heart skipped a beat. "What do you mean?" I stammered, pretending to be clueless. He smiled knowingly, crossing his arms. "When you insisted on a private lesson, I had my doubts, but when I saw how you dressed tonight, everything became clear. I could feel the heat rising to my cheeks. There was no point in denying it anymore. "Well," I said, trying to sound bold, "since you already know, what are we waiting for?" He chuckled, stepping closer. "There's just one thing," he said, his tone playful yet serious. "I invited a friend to join us. Is that okay?" The suggestion caught me off guard. A mix of curiosity and nervousness coursed through me. "I've never tried something like that before," I admitted, "but I'm open to new experiences." For the next half hour, we were in our own world. The chemistry was undeniable, and every moment felt like an adventure. Just as things were reaching a peak, the doorbell rang. When I turned to see who it was, my stomach dropped. Standing there was my ex-boyfriend, his expression a mix of anger and confusion. "Jane, what the hell are you doing here?" he demanded. Before I could respond, my student intervened. "Relax," he said calmly, his tone almost disarming. "We all make mistakes, but arguing won't fix anything. Let's move past this." Surprisingly, we did. That night, something unexpected happened. The boundaries of what I thought I knew about relationships and experiences blurred. It became a night filled with laughter, connection, and unforgettable moments. But life doesn't let you escape consequences for long. A few weeks later, I began to feel different, nauseous, restless, and unsure of what was happening. My mind raced with possibilities, each one more overwhelming than the last. And that's where this chapter ends, for now. What happens next is a story you won't want to miss. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, because trust me, the twists and turns are just beginning.